People aren't taking you seriously. I need you to hear this. It's not their problem. It's a communication problem. And the good news is it is completely fixable. Most men who struggle to be taken seriously are making the same three mistakes over and over again. And none of them are about intelligence. None of them are about experience. They are all about how you show up, what you say, and whether you do what you said that you would. Now, today, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to fix all three. Hi, my name is Denney. I'm an author, entrepreneur, and business strategist. I help men who are serious about building businesses and the lives that they're proud of. I want to talk about something that doesn't get discussed enough in entrepreneurship space. Why some men walk into a room and immediately command respect, why others say the same exact thing and nobody listens. It's not luck, it's not personality, it's a set of learnable skills. And by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what they are. What I've noticed working with men across industries is that credibility problems almost never come down to competence. The men who struggle to be taken seriously are usually capable. They just communicate in a way that works against them. Once they change how they show up, how they speak, and whether they follow through consistently, the room responds differently. It's not a personality overhaul, it's a set of specific learnable behaviors, and here's what they are. Here are the three areas you need to nail down to be taken seriously in any room. All right, so let's get into my first point. Physical presence, how you show up before you say a word. Now, people make a judgment about you before you open your mouth. That sounds uncomfortable, but it's true. And it's actually good news because it means that you have more control over your first impressions than you think. How you walk into a room does matter. Slow down. Men who rush look like they're trying to keep up. Walk with intention. Take up space that you're entitled to. Stand up straight, not stiff, but grounded. When you carry yourself like you belong, people assume that you do. Eye contact is one of the most underrated authority signals there is. Not a stare, a steady, engaged, comfortable gaze that says, I'm not afraid to be seen. Men who constantly look away signal anxiety. Men who hold steady eye contact signal security. Practice it. It will feel uncomfortable until it doesn't. And pace, the way you speak, the way that you move, slow it down. Anxious men rush. They fill silence because silence feels like vulnerability. Confident men are comfortable in silence. They take a breath before they answer. They don't race to fill every gap. That stillness is perceived as authority. Use it. Before you worry about what you're going to say in that room, walk in like you're supposed to be there because you are. All right, point number two, being specific and following through, the two things that actually build credibility. So here's the single biggest differentiator between men who are taken seriously and men who aren't, and that is being specific. Vague men are not respected. The man who says, I'll take a look at that, is not taken seriously. The man who says, I'll have that to you by Thursday at noon is. The man who says, we should connect sometime is forgotten. The man who says, are you free Tuesday at 2 p.m. gets the meeting. Be specific about what you're committing to. Be specific about your timelines. Be specific about your opinions. When someone asks you what you think and what you say is, I could go either way, you have just communicated that you don't have a point of view. You are too afraid to share it. Neither reads well. But being specific alone is only half of it. The other half is follow through. This is where most men lose credibility that they've already built. You said Thursday at noon. It's Friday morning. You just told everyone in that relationship something about yourself, and it's not good. Nothing builds respect faster than being the man who does what he says he will. Every time, not most of the time, every time. When you say it, people know it's done. That reliability is the foundation of being taken seriously in business, in leadership, and at home. Stop over-promising and under-delivering. Say less, do more, mean what you say, follow through without being reminded. That combination, practiced consistently, makes you one of the most credible men in the room. Now, point three, the long game. Consistency builds the track record that reputation is made of. The last piece is the one nobody wants to hear because there's no shortcut. Being taken seriously is ultimately a long game. Presence and being specific get you in the door, but the track record is what makes people trust your name before you walk in. So when someone says, reach out to Dell, if he says he can do it, it's done. That is a reputation built over years of consistent behavior. So here's the honest truth about being taken seriously. It is built one interaction at a time, one follow through at a time, one difficult conversation handled with clarity instead of avoidance, one decision made with conviction instead of hesitation, one moment of accountability instead of deflection. These moments add up, not overnight, but they add up. And the man who's intentional about each one of them builds a reputation that makes every room he walks into easier before he says a word. Now, here's your action item. Here's what I want you to do. Pick one of these three areas: presence, being specific, or follow through, and make it your single focus for the next 2 weeks. Don't try to fix all three at once. Pick the one thing that's costing you the most right now and own it. 2 weeks of intentional work on one of these will shift how people see you in ways that will surprise you. Now, if this was useful, make sure you subscribe to the video. I put out content like this every week for men who are building something serious and want to show up better at every level. Leave a comment. Tell me which one of these three areas that you're working on. I truly want to know. And remember, learn, lead, and live to your full potential. And I'll see you in the next video.